It's time for Sick and Twisted Bible Stories for Children. Not only was this book my childhood favorite, my book of Bible stories, but I have realized how prolific it is in other kids' memories who weren't even Jehovah's Witnesses. The artwork, the imagery, this is embedded into kids' minds all over the world. We're going chapter by chapter, and today is chapter 3, the first man and woman. What is different in this picture? Yes, it is the people in it. They are the first man and woman. Who made them? It was God. Do you know his name? It is Jehovah, and the man and woman came to be called Adam and Eve. This is how Jehovah God made Adam. He took some dust from the ground, and with it he formed a perfect body, a man's body. Then he blew into the man's nose, and Adam came to life. You notice how they worded that, right? I did. Jehovah God had a job for Adam. He told Adam to name all different kinds of animals. Adam may have watched the animals for a long time so he could pick the best names for them all. While Adam was naming the animals, he began to see something. Do you know what that was? Agisan's ensemble is making a real difference on the ground in Congo, a region that is suffering through a hidden geno. Just the other day, they provided meals for over 500 children, but they don't stop there. This Congolese team also supplies tents and food for entire families in need. Now they want to expand their mission to ensure that infants and mothers have access to critical medical care. Your support can help them continue this vital work and save even more lives. Follow Landry and his team, share their efforts, and contribute if you can. The second day of creation, Adam has all the animals brought to him so he can name them. That process only took a day. Each and every single animal had to be brought to him to be named for him to see if there was a companion, and that only took that day of creation. The animals all had mates. There were papa elephants and mama elephants, and there were papa lions and mama lions, but Adam had no one to be his mate. So Jehovah made Adam fall into a deep sleep, and he took a rib bone from his side. Using this rib, Jehovah made a woman for Adam, and she became his wife. How happy Adam was now, and think of how happy Eve must have been to be put in such a beautiful garden to live. Now they could have children and live together in happiness. I'm just going to say that's a huge assumption, that Eve was just so excited and happy to be all of a sudden brought to life with no explanation as to why she is, where she is, who she is, what she is. No life experiences. Very strange. Jehovah wanted Adam and Eve to live forever. He wanted them to make the whole earth as pretty as the Garden of Eden. How happy Adam and Eve must have been when they thought about doing this. Would you have liked to share in making the earth a pretty garden? But the happiness of Adam and Eve did not last. Let's find out why. I feel like nobody ever talks about the fact that Adam got a lot of personal one-on-one time with Jehovah. If he was naming the creatures brought in front of him, millions of creatures, and he had to name them, think of all that time where Adam had a chance to get to know the divine that Eve did not get to experience. In Genesis 2, there is a scholarly consensus that says the word rib is actually side. So Adam was split into two. Eve was not made from his rib. It reminds me of the imagery from the first creation story where day one, the day and night, are split into two, and the waters are also split into two on the second day. There is this binary in the creation story in the division, but that does not mean that the in-betweens do not exist. Now, this is their earth as a paradise theme right here. Jehovah wanted Adam and Eve to live forever. He wanted them to make the whole earth as pretty as the Garden of Eden. And if you follow along and immerse yourself in these stories, I promise you that you too can live forever in a paradise on earth according to the interpretation of some white men who told you so. They have a narrative they're trying to portray here. Adam was created better. He was perfect. It was a man's body. Eve came last. She was a second thought. She was made to be his helper. She had a job. It was to have children and to be his wife. And that is how they see women. Thank you for reading my book of Bible stories with me. Sick and twisted Bible stories for children. Next up, why they lost their home. Adam and Eve. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.